We're approaching on Miss Torrance. She's in custody. They did the TRAS, we got the report. They are recommending, and Judge Torres, maybe keep me honest here. Which they're recommending residential treatment, but community, which means that she would have to pay for it. And just to be completely candid,
Doesn't have insurance.
no,
She's not gonna be able to pay for it.
yeah.
Like-
The alternative to the residential is by another caseload, so she will report 4 times a week, and then once that I repeat this. That's like giving her, she is on the way to but at this time.
What do you think?
Well, I understand that the DWI YA is probably a good program, but if she has to report 4 times a week, that's setting her up for failure because she's not going to be able to work. Because no employer is going to let somebody take off 4 times a week.
But sober report.
I'm gonna assume they screened her for sober report and maybe she didn't meet the recommendations.
How not? How would she not? I mean, really?
Her BAC was like 0.62. She's denied any use since November 2024. So basically she, I don't know, based
mean-
on what she's telling the assessors.
It's completely just,
Just to give you a little, what is kind of putting state in a wrong position is the BAC was low. We assumed there was going to be something with tox. Tox still is not back, and I think people are rightfully slow, suppressed it because we still don't even have blood back yet for the tox. Blood alcohol.
when could you possibly get that back?
So
When's the last time you reached out to
I
them?
talked to them yesterday.
What'd they say?
No defensive timeline. And the reason we were reaching out was Anna had filed the trial packets, the blood alcohol trial packet. They would refuse to release that to her because they're not done with their analysis. I then called, maybe the state
It's
called.
really unbelievable how so many cases cave just because we can't get labs back. It's mind numbing, just how justice has to sit and wait because of the labs just can't get their shyster together, man. It's
Well, and Judge, just testing for tox is a little bit more complicated because one person tests for cocaine, another person tests for the benzodiazepines, another person tests for opioids. So it's not.
don't just put it in a gas chromatograph.
Well, they have to tell it what to test for, and they can't do it all.
They can't just put this and this and this and this. I mean, really. It didn't, I'm sorry, they didn't recommend who I know.
No.
Deanna, I mean, I would
Okay.
go with the recommendation, you know.
Here's kind of the issue now too. Instead of a trial, I can't provide a blood packet because there's lab refusal turnover of blood packets without the full analysis being done, which has not been done.
Right. What do you want to do?
I mean, even without the blood packet, I think it's a good trial case. But I would like the blood packet, obviously, to see, you know, if there's any issues with the blood and maybe it's not a 0.06. Maybe it's.
I've already suppressed it, haven't I?
Well, no, you just suppress the tox
Tox.
analysis, not the blood alcohol. Because we had the blood alcohol will come back. The policy is if it comes back at 1.08,
And they sent, right. Okay, so
We have blood.
we have the blood, but the blood is only at what, a 0.06.
And we just have the report. We don't actually have the full, like, picture of the vials, chain of custody
Yeah.
documents, all of that Anna and I would both need
Right.
to try this.
If you want to do the probation, right, I'm certainly okay with it, but I think that's probably the best way. I don't know.
Well, with Furman?
I know that, you know, the community resident is just too expensive. I can't.
Yeah.
Would she qualify for TAP funding? Would TAP funding pay for it?
Not the community residential. The only thing they can do is the IOPS officer. She'll still have to cover her devices. I don't know.
Yeah, I know that she had a seasonal position and that has ended, so she's not working right now. And obviously, she hasn't been working since she's been in custody.
I'm at a loss. I don't know how to go forward.
Okay, well,
But I mean, I obviously want to do what they recommend. Um, how, the IOP, how intense is it?
She'll go 3 times a week. She'll report, to Harris County for the top funded one. And that was for 90 days. And then she'll do SOP for another 45 days, 3 times a week.
Why don't we just do the IOP, SOP, right? And as a sanction, she goes to Hawaii. If she violates, if she messes up, ends up going to Hawaii.
Okay.
But can we, that would definitely, we could make that happen after
We can make
that,
that
right?
happen after.
So just, we let her know, look, you know, you're recommended to do community residential, obviously, you know, without insurance, you're not gonna be able to pay for it. We'll let you go to IOP, SOP, because it's basically the same thing, but 3 times a week.
Okay.
Instead of 4, and we'll pay for it for you. And if you know,
Okay, let me-
if you mess up, you're going into inpatient, and just let her know. And if she doesn't want to do that, then just set up a trial.
Just volume shooting here. Can we put her on probation and violate her today and send her to Hawaii?
She has to be given like a chance to mess up.
Okay.
Because it wasn't recommended.
Okay, I just,
You always have, we have to go with what the recommendation.
yeah,
Like, they didn't recommend Hawaii, so that's,
okay,
I know that it's probably, and I'm with you,
okay,
but we can't.
okay.
So
No, I'm
that's
just,
why we have to,
Given the time frame that everything happened and I have it last, she just doesn't qualify right now.
okay,
And you're understood, so you would only accept the probation off on this. No time, no jail time.
I want her.
yeah,
I get it.
We just-
I get it. I thought I'd just throw it out there.
Don't want to graduate with going upstairs, you know?
I get it.
Okay.
let me talk to her and see.
I mean, really, that's a win on your behalf. She's not going to residential or doing anything now. We're giving her the opportunity, and hopefully she can, you know, do it the right way. So it's all up to her.
Let me go chat with her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right here.
Sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. You ready?
How are you doing? Jonathan Peyton.
Hey,
Yes.
okay,
And Judge, we were here last time. We thought that there was going to be a plea in the felony court, but there has not been one. I just spoke with Chief, and if we need to put it on the trial docket, we can do that for 7-1. That's because his next felony setting is 625.
what's gonna happen then?
I don't know.
They're talking about probation. But the issue was that feds picked up the other cases of the co-defendants. So I think they're waiting to see what the feds are doing and
What's the difference by the feds with? How many co-defendants were there?
I think there were 3 or 4.
And they pick up all the other co-defendants?
I think it's probably the ones that they actually have the strong case on, that they actually have probably on surveillance.
I don't want to speak if we are speculate as to where our friends are from. Obviously, if there's a federal indictment pending on Aggravated,
Sure.
analysis, but.
What's the next setting for upstairs? Do you know? Is it a plea setting? Because if it's a plea setting, I'm happy to give you more time. But if it's just,
Disposition. That is in the 195th. I don't know much about that court. It was set for disposition on 5/1. It is now reset for disposition on 6/25.
so I guess let's set it for trial after the 625 date.
Okay,
Isn't so then,
we'll set it for that 7-1, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. And Judge, also, I wanted to address his bond conditions for the curfew. He is currently in school and he's looking to get a job. So he gets out of class. I don't think he gets home till about 6. And his mom's here too, so she's on him and, you know, but he will also, he'll be graduating at the end of the month. I was going to see if there's any way we could get their curfew extended to 11 so he can get kind of a job for after when he gets out
he
of.
gets a job, we can talk.
Okay.
But I'm not going to just extend it for the sake of it. He's got 2 open ag robs.
Yes.
You know, the Fed's got the other guys.
Sure. Just see if we can come in and check.
If he gets a job, then we can talk. But just for the sake of, I hope I get one, then Yeah, we'll talk afterwards, but
Okay.
get the job and then let me know.
Okay, that works.
All
All right. Thanks, Judge.
That hearing had a little bit of everything. Judge Fleischer presided over a docket that swung between a treatment plan for one defendant and bond conditions for another, and his tone shifted from pragmatic problem solving to firm caution. The first case involved Miss Torres, who was in custody on a DWI with a suppressed breath test and a pending blood alcohol report that still hadn't come back from the lab. The probation office had recommended community residential treatment, but the defense explained she had no insurance and couldn't afford it. Judge Fleischer, after a candid back and forth, agreed that 4 times a week reporting would set her up to fail. No employer would allow that schedule, and opted instead for IOP-SOP treatment 3 times a week, paid for by the county. His warning was clear. If she messed up, inpatient treatment at Huey would be the next step. His tone was practical, balancing the reality of cost with accountability, and he even vented about the delays at the lab, noting how justice is slowed down when evidence drags months behind. The next matter was Jonathan Peyton, a young defendant with 2 open aggravated robbery charges. The prosecutor explained that federal authorities had picked up his co-defendants' cases, and everyone was waiting to see what the feds would do before moving forward. Judge Fleischer set the trial date for July 1st after a June 25th disposition hearing in felony court. Peyton's attorney asked to extend his curfew to 11 p.m., arguing he was finishing school, looking for a job, and had strong parental supervision. Judge Fleischer was blunt: no curfew extension until there was proof of a job. His message was clear: responsibility comes before privileges, and with serious charges pending, the court wasn't going to ease restrictions just to make things more convenient. The overall atmosphere was serious but varied. Torres' case showed the court's willingness to adapt recommendations when money and logistics made the original plan unworkable, while Peyton's matter underscored the judge's insistence on accountability before leniency. Judge Fleischer's demeanor was classic: pragmatic when fairness required it, firm when public safety was at stake, and always candid about the challenges courts face in balancing justice with reality. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.